I'm Miss Toy, and I want to welcome you to Inside the Haven, where we are mentoring minds and changing lives, and we do that by bringing you up close and personal interviews, conversations with business and career professionals. They'll tell you what they do, why they do it, how they got to be who they are, and they're here to help you become who you want to be, young man, young lady. So I'm going to take a minute and encourage you, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Go get your dear loved ones, your babies, our youth. Go get them and let them know the Inside the Haven is on. We've got Roy Jackson Jr., who's a professional basketball player, and we're going to talk to him. But you go get your babies, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside the Haven. Before we talk to Roy, I want to give you guys a word of encouragement today. And our encouragement today is, one of my sayings is, wisdom is often wasted on the young. And what I mean by that, it's not literally wasted, but what I mean by that is when someone tells you, when an adult tells you, gives you advice, tells you what to do, and is trying to encourage you, and if you don't listen, if you don't take it, that means it's been kind of wasted. But what happens is maybe later on in life you'll get it. But when you don't take it right then and there, it can be kind of considered as wasted. So when adults are talking to you, trying to encourage you and keep you on the path of the straight and narrow so you can get to where you need to be, so you can fulfill your purpose, so that you don't take the scenic route through life and get slowed down and get sidetracked on what you're supposed to be doing, graduating from high school, college, or whatever. Listen. Just listen and receive and be glad someone cares enough about you, loves you enough to tell you and to keep you on the straight and narrow, okay? All right. So like I said, we have Roy Jackson Jr. here with us today. Roy is a professional basketball player. So Roy, what's been going on with you? This is the second time Roy's been on the show. I'm glad you came back.
Okay,
I'm glad to have you back. So what's been up?
Nothing much. I just came back from Jerez, Mexico about a month ago.
So how's that pronounced?
Jerez.
Oh, because it's spelled with a J. I should have known that because it's in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
And everything over there been real well. I mean, transitioning my language got better and everything. When I first got down there, I didn't really know Espanol. But like now I can speak it fluent. And
really?
I can talk to the kids, talk to the fans. And everything over there was just great. I mean, they welcomed me with open hands. And I'm actually going back over there to a bigger team in Mexico. So I'm just glad to be able to go back over there to Mexico because I've been getting a lot of mail and Facebook and everything. They can't wait till I come back. So it's just a blessing to go over there to another country and be able to play.
How did you wind up getting connected with that, to be able to play over there?
My dad's friend named Gerald Green, he's actually an agent.
Okay.
And he know I've been working since high school, just trying to fulfill a dream. And he had contacted me one day and said, I have a lead for you to go over there, and if you go over there and dominate, we could go further. And the further mean like the NBA. And I went over there and I just took care of business because he saw how serious I was. And it's like every day, it's like everyday grind. Because I know like coming from Flint, like our chances are limited. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean that we can't do it. Right.
So he told you to go over here because that's just been a stepping stone. Maybe that wasn't the path you thought about taking to get to the NBA, because I know, baby, every guy's dream is you want to go straight to the NBA, right? But so there was another path for you. Yeah. There's always another route. You know, doors open, but they don't necessarily open the way we think they should or when we want them to, but that doesn't mean that they won't open. So you're a star player. You're their star player.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many points do you kind of score per game? Or
I finished this season, I averaged 34 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds a game.
Do you feel like you're getting one step closer to your dream?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting one step closer because now that I'm playing in, it's the league called LMBP, and that league features a lot of NBA D-League and a lot of former NBA players. So I'll be playing against like guys that were in the NBA, and then like it'd be a lot of scouts over there scouting the teams from Mexico, and then like they just this upcoming season is supposed to be 2 NBA games. I think the Phoenix Suns and I think the Dallas Mavericks supposed to play in Mexico City, in which that's only, I think, 3 hours from me. So hopefully, like, the team that I'm on, hopefully we get to play in it and I get to showcase my talent and also my team talent.
It's about teamwork, isn't it?
Teamwork.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Wow. So how long do you see? Well, I know we talked earlier about getting into the draft. So how does that work?
The draft, it's all about just about your averages, and then like how your agent, like if you have a good agent, which I know I have an excellent agent.
Good.
And I already know because he told me like if you go over here and do what you're supposed to do in the LNBP, he was like, it's nothing else to talk about but the NBA.
What's the agent's name again?
Gerald Green.
Gerald Green. His name is Gerald Green. You know what? We have some other guests here today. We've got some young people here. We've got Daniel, Antonio, Amireh, Stephen, and Christian. We welcome you guys. I'm so glad to have you all here today too. Daniel, how old are you?
I'm 9.
9. Do you have a question for Roy?
How do you start your day?
That's a good question. How do I start my day? First, I pray, because like I thank the Lord every day for like giving me the strength and like a blessing. Then I make sure I get a good meal. Then I just hit the gym every day. Like I'm in the gym probably 3 hours throughout the morning. Then I go back at night for another 3 hours. So
Wow.
I'm just always in the gym
Hard work is important
all the time.
to get you where you want to go. Yeah. Wow. You go to the gym. Can you call me and get me to go to the gym? Very good, Daniel. Thank you. Antonio, you got a question?
Well, actually, yeah, I have a question for Mr. Jackson. Growing up in Flint, did you have any leadership guidance as a kid?
Oh yeah, the kid, mainly like my mother and father, like they always kept me like safe and like kept me in church, and like they always taught me like to be a leader, like, and no matter what you do, like if it's basketball, if you running laps, make sure you first. It's just like everything you do, you should lead and you should never be a follower. And just growing up, I used to watch like former NBA players, Charlie Bell, Martin Cleaves, and Morris Peterson. Like they used to have me in the gym or either working at camp at a young age, and just growing up, having them as like a figure to see like if they can make it, I know I can make it. So it's like just in Flint, it's like it's tough. So just having them and also my father and my mother keeping me on the straight path, like it helped a lot.
Amireh,
Yes.
you got a question, sweetie?
Have you faced any of your challenges? If so, how do you overcome them?
Oh yeah, I face challenges every day, and it's just like a challenge is like an obstacle. It's like a detour. Like it's always a way to get around or through it. And just growing up, like I say here in Flint, it's many obstacles because many don't expect us to make it in like whatever we do, whether it's any sport or school or anything we do. So it's all about going through it, because in life it's like a road, and it's gonna keep going. So it's like if you keep going down that road, you're gonna soon fulfill your dream.
One thing about being a follower, I know you said you don't want to be a follower, but to reiterate that and add on to it, we don't want to follow the wrong crowd.
Exactly.
You don't want to follow the wrong crowd, but you want to follow, like you say, he followed his parents because his parents' guidance, because you listen to them, they kept you on the straight and narrow, like you said. So make sure you don't follow those crazy kids at your school that are being bullied, that are bullying or being bad, not doing the schoolwork. You don't want to follow that, but you want to follow the good examples that are in your life. Listen to your teachers, the good teachers. Listen to your parents. Listen to role models like Mr. Jackson. Okay. Is the, maybe it's a personal question, but is the pay good?
Oh yeah, like the pay is good because you actually don't have to pay for nothing when you're overseas. Like, they do everything for you, the housing, food, like everything taken care of.
And then you're a star over there.
Like they got, like over in Hadez, they got like a big billboard of me in the city still.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was their first American there, so they said it was gonna be there forever.
Wow. So how do you feel when you pull up and you see that?
Oh, it's a blessing, actually, because
It is.
it's like, one of my friends from over there named Christo had FaceTimed me yesterday, and he was driving, and he was like, look at the king, look at the king. And I was just laughing, because like, he was asking me when I was gonna come back. And I told him like, I'll be back.
Wow.
It's a matter of time.
Because I see you're so humble and so grateful, and I see your posts on Facebook where you're always talking to the kids, always talking to the kids. That's good. That's good. We need so much like you said, especially here in Flint, we need as many good role models as we can get, because I think because of the situation here in Flint, like you said, they don't expect us to do much. They don't expect, much to come out of Flint. But a lot of good people, good entertainers, sports figures, professional people, have come out of Flint.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot still here in Flint.
Exactly.
Yeah, Stephen, you got a question?
Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody who had a goal to be famous, or not famous, but successful in whatever they do?
I just tell them, like, one thing that I always say is, like, don't never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Because, just for instance, Steph Curry, didn't nobody really imagine Steph Curry to be like the great person he is today. Like, coming in the league, I think he only signed $44,000. And like the next contract he just signed was $201 million. And it's just like, if you got a goal, like, no matter what it is, like some people say have a plan A, B, and C, like that's good because you should. But like I knew like my goal was for basketball, so my plan A, B, and C was basketball. So it's like I did whatever I needed to do, was finish school, and then just play in the ABA, overseas, and I just knew like I'm 1, 2, 3 steps closer to the NBA. So it's like you just got to be humble, and just like one main thing is patience. When you have patience, like everything will come.
I think, Scripture says that time and opportunity, time and chance happens to everyone. And I think by you working hard, like you said, you get up in the morning and before you go to bed, you're working at it. You've made your way to a professional team where real professionals can come and see you and look at you and your stats are getting out there. I just think that a dream is never denied.
Exactly.
As long as we keep ourselves in the right position, so when the door opens, all we gotta do is walk into it.
Exactly.
So I believe, like you believe you going to the NBA, I believe you going too. I really do. Christian, you got a question?
Yeah. What made you decide to play basketball in a different country?
I remember my high school coach, and he was also my geography teacher, Archie Robinson. Like in school, like we was learning about the different countries and everything, and as a child, I always wanted to be like, well, I wish I could play in this country or this country. And to just have the dream actually come true, and then like I like learning different cultures and different languages. So it's like when I go over there and I learn their language and I can talk to them, and it's like, and then you can see how they live, like, cause sometimes like we have everything here in America, but like when we go to certain countries, they really don't have what we have. So like if I go over there or if you go over there, you'd be like a star over there, and like you might not play basketball. You American. So it's like it's a blessing just to go over there and just like live that dream. Just like I be going fishing with the kids, it's like other than basketball. So it's like it's just fun. Like once you go over there, like if you got a chance, and like I'll get you a passport. Like if you want to come to Mexico, any of y'all, if y'all want to come to Mexico and visit.
Uh-oh.
So it's like, and y'all could just come over there with me, and we just play basketball and have fun.
Wow, what an invitation. Let's go back. Antonio, how old are you?
12.
And what school you go to?
I attend Berkeley Glen.
You attend Berkeley Glen?
Yeah.
Amireh?
I'm 14 and I will be going to Mount Morris.
Mount Morris?
Yeah.
Stephen?
I'm 16. I go to Grand Blanc.
You go to Grand Blanc?
I'm 16. I go to Carmen.
Carmen. Wow, I'm so impressed with you all. You guys are so intelligent and well spoken. And thanks for coming. I'm really glad you're here. So they set you up pretty good over there then.
Oh yeah, great. Great. Yes.
So are you, when you're there? How many months out the year are you over there?
Well, when I was in Jerez, I was only there for 4 months. But when I go back to, it's a city called Querétaro, Mexico, and I'll be there for 7 months.
Is it far from Jerez?
It's 3.5 hours. It's not that far.
Okay. Say, I've got the accent talking to you. So are you homesick though when you're over there?
I'm not really homesick because like when I go over there, they make me feel like I'm at home. And it's like, over there they gave me the nickname the King. So like anytime I'm walking down the street, I might have a group of kids walking with me. Or if I go to a restaurant, I have cameras coming in the restaurant. So it's,
Really? They following you around?
yeah, they follow me around.
Wow,
So
wow, real celebrity. So our plan, would you say plans are important?
Oh yeah, plans are always important.
And setting goals are important.
Because I still got the paper that I wrote when I was in 6th grade talking about my goals and making it to the NBA. And
Really?
it's still on my wall to this
Wow.
day.
Wow, y'all hear that? Anybody ever heard of a vision board? Heard of a vision board? Well, I'm not gonna ask you if you got one, but like he said, you know, whatever dream and goal you have, write it down and put it somewhere where you can see it. Write it down, okay? And put it somewhere you can see it. I do that too. Wow. So you're gonna put your name in the draft next year.
Yeah, possibly next year. I just got to see how I do this year. Because sometimes you go up and down. So I was just grateful to have like a terrific first season that I had. But I plan on going back over there and doing the same thing.
Well, or even better.
Or even better.
Even better, yeah. Like I said, I don't know much about sports, but you know, I followed you and I've seen that where you know the poster, the thing what you said, and your stats and all that, and I thought, wow, wow, that's amazing. So, is there anything you'd like to say to these wonderful kids?
Yeah. Well, first thing I would like to thank y'all for coming, and I want to tell y'all if y'all do gotta go, no matter like what it is, just always have that plan that y'all will make it. Don't never settle. Always be like, I could do better. Each day try to progress. Do better, do better, do better. Like, cause if you get comfortable, that's where you always gonna stay. So just always had an attitude. Like, for instance, if I do make it to the NBA, that don't mean stop. That mean keep going, keep going, keep going. So I encourage all y'all just to fulfill that dream, cause I want to see y'all make it, anything y'all do.
Do any of you all want to play professional ball? I mean, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
I do it all.
You do?
But,
What do you want to do, Christian?
I'm not quite sure yet.
No, that's okay. What do you like to do?
I like to draw.
Like to draw?
yeah.
But that's a clue. That's a clue to what you could wind up doing is what you like to do. And you say you'd like to go to the NBA, Stephen?
I mean, like, you know, I just love to entertain no matter what it is. But basketball, I've been doing it since I've been a kid. So if that's what hollers back at me before anything else, of course I'd do that to the best of my ability.
Okay. Amireh, can you share what you want to do?
I want to be a therapist,
What kind of therapist?
like to help people with their problems and stuff like that.
So, okay, my sister-in-law is not a psychiatrist, but a psychologist. And at one time she had her own practice, and you know, people come in, help them with their problems, like you said. That's good. People have problems. Okay. What do you want to do, Antonio?
I want to go to school for performing arts, so I want to be an actor when I grow up.
Yeah, you've been on our show before. You did good.
Thank you.
You did good. And so you want to be an actor, you said?
Yeah.
Are you involved in any kind of classes now, or?
Actually, this upcoming week I will be doing a Flint Youth Theater production, and I've been with them for like 5 years.
What's the name of it?
The Flint Youth Theater.
No, I mean the name of it.
It's gonna be we're doing the Robin Hood play.
Okay. And how do you get tickets for that?
Make sure you can go to the website. I think this one's gonna be free.
Oh, okay. And when is it? You said.
It's gonna be in August.
Oh, not to August.
I'll inform you about it.
Okay, please do. And Daniel, do you know what you want to do? You say you were 9?
Yeah.
9. Wow. So do you know what you might want to do yet?
Yeah.
What you want to do?
I want to be a professional wrestler.
You do? Wow, that's amazing. We have to try to find a wrestler to come on here and talk to you. I like your haircut. So what makes you decide you want to be a professional wrestler?
I don't know. I like playing wrestling with my dad a lot, and then today me and my friend played wrestling, and I just like doing it a lot.
Wow. One thing I understand about kids, and maybe you know this too, is that they think they want to be this, and then they grow up sometime, get old, and it changes. And not always, like you said, from a child, you always knew what you want to do, and so now you're doing it. Yeah. That's amazing. I think the main thing is once we, and that's what purpose is. We have to discover what our purpose is. You know, God has created all of us with the purpose, but we have to discover. It's up to us to discover what that is. And it's bad when because some people go through life and they never know they never discover what their purpose is, or they're not sure, you know. But we're all created with that inner drive to find out, well, what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? But you know, you're blessed in that you knew that at a young age, this is what I want to do, and you stayed focused on it, and you worked at it, and look at you now, you know, playing in professional ball. And say it again. Head I like that. I had some cousins who moved to St. Thomas, and from Flint, and the first year they came back, they came back talking like the people on St. Thomas, and so now when they come, they don't talk like us anymore. They talk like that because that's who they are. But you become what you believe. You become what you believe. That's why I say, you believe you going to the NBA. I believe you're going to. I believe you're going to. What's your number?
2.
2. Does that have any significance?
I just had that number since middle school.
Middle school. Okay. All right. Now, what college did you go to?
I started off at Grand Rapids Community College, and then I transferred to University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Okay.
And so what's your degree in?
My associate's degree is in journal studies, but my bachelor's degree is in communications broadcasting.
Oh, really? Okay, I need to call you sometime and get some pointers. That's good. So because a professional basketball career, or any sport, is not going to last forever.
Oh, no.
Not going to last forever. So what do you see yourself? What do you see yourself actually doing once this is over?
Once this is over, I'm actually going to take some classes or some courses to be an agent, because I like helping others fulfill their dream as well. Because I be having a lot of people hit me up and everything, and I actually helped a couple kids get into college this year. So it's like, I love helping people.
How did you help them get in college? Just kind of directing them, or do you have some kind of scholarship thing going on, or what do you mean?
I helped them actually because, like, I'm real well known, so I just had a phone call and everything, and like, I even went and picked them up and took them down to the school so they could have a trial in front of them. Because I just tell the coach, they be like, when can he come? I'm like, he can come now.
That's wonderful.
And like, and then I'm also working on something called Dreams to Reality. It's gonna be like my own scholarship fund for one male, one female senior student.
Was it per year or?
Yeah, every year to help them fulfill their dream, like with school, whether it's books or tuition, just something to help them.
That's wonderful. Right out of Flint.
Oh, yeah.
Right out of Flint. Great things come out of Flint, don't they? So does anybody have any other questions at the top of your head? Anybody else got any other questions for Roy? Mr. Jackson? What's your stats?
Mine?
If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I can't remember for sure, but I believe it was 19 points, 10 rebounds.
Because you got the height.
Oh, yeah.
You got the height.
I'm stronger than everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That used to be my only problem, was sharing the ball. But then I got
sharing the ball.
you know, you want to win so bad. But then I got out of that quick. Yeah.
It's just like we just said, teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Okay.
That's good.
So are you taking in any? Because I always say, to kids, if you want to be I can't think of what it is, not a psychiatrist, but a psychologist or whatever. It doesn't start when you get there. It's now. I'm a psychologist. I'm a psychologist now. He was a ball player back. What'd you say? 6?
6. Yeah.
You're a ball player now. You probably an artist now. Didn't you say you like to draw?
Yeah.
I'd love to see some of your work. Matter of fact, maybe we have you come back and bring some with you. Got any art you can bring back?
I need to start keeping my stuff. I always discard it.
You discard it?
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to start keeping that.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What was your first reaction to the different cultures down in Mexico?
Good question.
What was my reaction? Like some of the stuff like I seen down there, it's like, and it's actually heartbreaking because it's like.
So poor? Is it poor?
Yeah, it's kind of poor, and I think there was like a third world. So it's like it was kind of poor, and it was like. I just wanted to, like, besides basketball, I just wanted my presence just to brighten them up. Just like, when I traveled to the different schools, it was like all the kids just rushed me. They just want autographs and everything. But just being there, like, I would go there over and over again because even though, like, it's a poor country, it's like it got so much value. And just, like, seeing people smile and then just everything about it, it's just like, if I could bring them all back here so y'all can meet them, I wish I could. So it's like,
Real cool.
yeah.
That's amazing. You know, we all have something to give. It's just everybody doesn't know that. You know, I seen a post on Facebook, and the question was, you know, if I give a compliment to you, why don't you give one to me?
Right, okay.
And I thought, well, you know, but what difference does it make if somebody doesn't give you a compliment back? Because, you know, don't let that change who you are. What other people do, don't let that change who you are and what you decided, who you decide you're going to be. You know, help people. You know, if it's in your heart to help someone, like you said, it's in yours. You know, it's not. You're not always concerned about. Well, you should never be concerned about is it going to come back, because you helping them and bring a smile to their face. They can't do anything.
Exactly.
They can't. All they can give you back is a smile.
That's it.
You know, you can maybe help feed them or whatever you do down there, but what can they give you back? You know,
Right.
but you've decided that's who you're going to be, regardless of what they can do or what they can give back. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm glad you all came. Christian, Stephen, Amireh, Antonio, and Daniel. I'm really glad you came. Like I said, I'm impressed with you guys. I want to have you maybe come back and you do some artwork and bring it back with you so we can showcase it and talk about it, okay? You just come back with your pretty self. We'll figure out something, all right? Do you sing or anything?
Yeah, I dance and sing.
Do you? Okay, well, can you come back and sing?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, don't tell me that. We're going to get you back. And we got to get you back to do another speech.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. What you want to come back and do something? What you want to do? We'll think of something. We'll think of something. All right. Well, I want to give you guys a hand. This is the reason why we do Inside the Haven, because of you all. I want the world to know that there are good kids in Flint, and to put you out there. All right. So I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna get all you guys' name and stuff and have you come back. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us today for Inside the Haven, and I'm really appreciative that Roy came back to be with us and to share his good thoughts and wisdom with this community. And we look forward to seeing Roy in the NBA. Y'all got to be rooting for Roy and praying for Roy, because he going to make it. Don't wait till he make it and then talking about you knew him. But all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I believe in His Son. I believe in His Son. And the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit. The Trinity is one. The Trinity is one. I believe in the Father. I believe in the Father. I believe in His Son. I believe in His Son. And the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit. The Trinity is one. The Trinity is one. I believe in the Father. I believe in the Father. I believe in His Son. I believe in His Son. And the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit. The Trinity is one. The Trinity is one.
This ain't a shameless poem, just trying to avoid where the shameless go. Love my father, hold deeper than a rich man with the hand full of his own.